All right. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be in the world today. Giving honor and praises to God for waking us up this morning in our right mind, able body, to go out here and be awesome, ladies and gentlemen. Well, happy, wonderful Friday. I hope that your week was amazing. Um, we have touched base on a lot of things this week. We went back and reviewed some of the self-awareness, spirituality, mindset. Um, and yesterday we talked about the four agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz and how we are pure love and pure light, and how we see ourselves and others, right? And he talked about how we all share a collective dream and billions, and we all have billions of smaller personal dreams. But together, those dreams create a family, a community, a city, a country, and the whole humanity, right? So as we are becoming more aware of ourselves, who we are, whose we are, growing our relationship with the creator of who made us, becoming more in tune with who we are. What is it that we really want out of life? Where is it that we really want to go? How do we see our life? How do we imagine or envision our life to be? Along the journey, the first key of contact is our family, whether good, bad, or indifferent. Those are our first teachers. Then we kind of move outside of that realm as we grow through different phases and stages. And we get to build extended family through our community, through school, through work. We get to meet other fabulous people, some like-minded people just like yourself. And you get along, you vibe, right? So you guys are able to sit down and you're able to build. You can empower each other and encourage each other as you are pursuing life and pursuing what you consider happiness, abundance, joy, peace for your life. In the four agreements, he shares with us how powerful words are. And words can either hurt or heal. What words? How are you using your words? It's a line that I've heard before, a little back a couple years, during my Healthy Mother's Healthy Babies years. Miss Rosie, and I don't know, Miss Rosie, if you're out there, I love you. Thank you for sharing all that you shared with us during that time. Very enriching. It was thrilling to the soul and enriching to our lives. We learned things there that we carry on with us even to this day. And one of the things we discussed was the power of our words, how we utilize our words, and how our words land and an impact on someone else, right? When you're on a journey of building yourself, getting your life in order, whether it be in your finances, whether it's in your health, whether it's in your relationships, it's all about the connection to one another. How are we treating one another? Are we using our words to empower and enrich and encourage someone to live their fullest, best life so that they can live a fulfilled, vital, healthy life? Or are we participating in the negative, gossiping, spreading rumors, talking about things we don't know or don't have enough information about, or just putting a tag or a label on someone. See, gossip destroys, it doesn't build, it hurts people. So when you're on a journey of growth and becoming better, you want to be intentional on how you utilize your words. What is the interaction with the other person? I always want to leave someone after interacting with me. I want to leave them feeling good on the inside. I try to leave them with a laugh or something. For some reason, I'm real goofy. I don't mean to be. People think I'll be serious, but it didn't change them. So, oh well. But I like to leave them feeling great. I like to leave them on a positive note, on a high note, so that they can go on and continue their day. I don't know if it's beneficial for them or not. I know it's beneficial for me because we get back what we give out. So I try to make sure that I'm giving out more good than I am giving out the spoils, because the spoils are heavy. The spoils will clog your vessels. The spoil will cause chaos, disorder, uh, sometimes even damage and ruin relationships. So I learned to move with intention. It's not always easy. I'm not saying I'm perfect, because I'm not. This has been a long journey of living life, different experiences, different phases and stages of my life. But I must admit, the more I sought God's word, the more I sought direction for my life to become better, to have more peace, to have more joy, to have more love. It led me on a journey that was unfolded before me, that I was so busy living life. You know, we talked about that yesterday. I have to do it. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. You ain't gotta do nothing. God will sit you down and make you think about all that stuff you think that is you're putting as important. That's really not important. What's really important is you. What's going on in here in your heart? What's going on here in your mind? What type of life do you want to live? What is the mark that you want to leave in the world? Because we don't have an expiration date. However, we don't know when that date's coming. So what are you doing in the meantime? Are you living to your fullest potential? Are you maximizing your life to the fullest? Are you open to new things? Are you open to new opportunities? Things that you might not have never heard before. Doing something that everybody's not doing, but some people are. It seems a little bit weird. You're not sure if it's for you. Or maybe you started on a new journey and you're not feeling too comfortable in that journey. The fact that you're not feeling comfortable means that you're growing. Yesterday, I shared with you how growing pains hurt. And you're going to be uncomfortable, and allow yourself to be uncomfortable. Lean in to your uncomfortability. Explore it. Look at the fears, look at the doubts. Then cancel them all out. You know how? Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. God bless. Pardon me. You know how you begin to cancel out fears? You start taking the steps in the direction of what scares you the most. And you want to begin to really get to know you. The more comfortable you become with who you are, and you know who you are, and you know whose you are, nothing can sway you. You'll hear a lot of things, you'll see different things, people may give you advice. If it does not resonate with you, you're not going to let it stick. Thus, we have boundaries. Setting boundaries when you're on a journey towards becoming better is necessary. There has to be some way to protect yourself from gossip, negativity, chaos, drama. We have a billion thoughts in our mind every day, some good, some bad. And we struggle to move our lives in other directions. But the struggle is mainly because we're doing the same thing repeatedly, and getting the same result. Oh, excuse me. Oh, Lord Jesus, give me. If you're doing the same things and getting the same result, it's life's way of telling you it's time to do something different. You may not know what that something different is. You might have to try and explore different things to find out what it is that you like. Because life is full of amazing gifts and wonders. And a lot of times we hold ourselves back because we're not seeking and moving forward to that. We are how can I best describe it? Best way I could describe it, look, I'm gonna use me as an example. Is it okay if I use me as an example? I'll take being a mom for the first time. You don't know very much, but yet you're responsible for this little being. You have to feed it, wash it, clothe it, play with it, teach it. You got all these jobs to do with this little person, and you have to be the role model for this little person, the best role model you can be. But we can only give others from, hold on one moment. I'm going to shoot a quick text. It's birthday weekend for our little Mia, and got some cupcakes in the oven. My daughter's calling. Life is happening. But being a mother for the first time, not really knowing what's going on, and getting advice from everybody, all the elders, everyone that was a parent before me. Now I had a choice. I could listen to them and try some of the things that they told me, or I could go it on my own and stumble and fumble and learn. I thank God that He gave me the ability of listening, whether I liked what I heard or not, whether I felt some kind of way about it or not. Because the older generation, they're kind of frank. They don't beat around the bush. They're gonna give you your liquor straight. And if you can't take it straight, then I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. So I learned to be able to take, I want to call it constructional criticism, to benefit my life. You take what you need and leave the rest behind. That's what I think we fail to realize sometimes when others share their knowledge, their opinion, their thoughts on your life and how you should conduct yourself, move yourself, do things. But we all know that we have to become comfortable with ourselves. When I was younger, I was very, very quiet. I never really talked back. Um, kind of meek until you touch that button. Never take someone just because someone's quiet and someone's kind of like to themselves, or they don't really like a lot of hustle bustle, chaos, commotion, drama. Don't take their weakness for kindness. Just because someone quiet is quiet doesn't mean that they're not powerful. They just saving their energy and their power for more useful time and place and space. Um, we're talking about how words impact our lives. We're talking about how important it is to surround ourselves with positive, empowering people. And if you can't find none, you become that one. We're talking about putting yourself in places where you may not be comfortable and still learning how to grow and develop through that uncomfortability. Sometimes God will put you in uncomfortable situations to grow you and develop you because there's something for you to learn out of that situation. Now, once you learn the lesson, try very hard not to go back to it if it was not good for you. If it was good for you, do more of it. You know what I mean? If it enhances your life, if it brings you joy, if it wakes you up in the morning and you're ready to go out here and run, skip, and jump, go for it. But if it's making you feel another way, then maybe you might want to do something else. One thing I want to encourage you is to believe in your creator and believe in you. You are more capable of doing so many things that you haven't even discovered yet. The more you seek becoming better, the more you learn. I began to share the story of becoming a mother for the first time and getting advice from the elders and those that were parents before me and how it benefited my life. And because of those people, I knew that no matter what I was going through, that it was going to be all right. I faced a lot of many challenges. Getting married, marriage not working, absent parent, still having 2 children to raise. You could blame, you could try to harass the other person to try to get them to do what you want them to do, but you're wasting your time. The only person you can control is you. And I knew that. Plus, I had these 2 little people looking at me. Well, the first one at least. The second one came about a year, 6 months later. But the first one, hey, I had to do what I had to do. I didn't have time. And a lot of parents are in that boat. And I know it's hard being a single parent. It's the toughest job you're ever going to have because, first of all, now you're trying to go 2 rules. You are doing things that society says takes 2 to do. But because I've gone on this journey and path, guess what? One can do it too. It's a little harder. You sacrifice more. You really have to prioritize to see what's important and what's not. You take care of more of your needs than you do your wants. So you may miss out on a few things. But the most important thing is don't miss out on you. Don't miss out on the experience of growing and developing with your children. They were the best times of my life when my children were little. I loved and enjoyed just sitting back and observing them. And it was even more thrilling to me when they would give my stuff back to me. I wanted to teach them, keep the community clean, keep the house clean, do this, different things that we teach them about their environment. You have to have some sort of structure. When you get up, you go in the bathroom, you take a bath, you brush your teeth, you comb your hair, you groom yourself, you get your clothes out, you put your clothes on, you come, you have breakfast, or however that part goes, because that morning part can go any kind of way. Sometimes you have breakfast, then you go do all that stuff. But however you do it, if there's a structure, there's a routine, there's something that you do every day. There's something magical that happens when you are structured in that fashion, when you have a routine. And see, when a lot of times, if you're a young mom and you got these little people and you looking at them and they running all around, you don't really know what to do with them. Here's a little tip. Become their first child care provider, educator. Get them on a routine after they're groomed, bathed, fed in the morning. You could take them out. You don't even have to go far. You can just go outside your door. You can sweep the sidewalk. You can sweep the gutter. That's all a part of teaching them cleanliness and taking care of the property in which they live, the home that they live. You could walk them to the park, do a little something with them, teach them about the things around them, because children are very inquisitive. They ask questions all the time. Lemuel's favorite question was, why is the sky blue? He would always ask me things that made me have to go back and, look it up or remember something from school. Why was the sky blue? Why are the clouds like that? Why are they different? And we talked a lot about God. And it's amazing because his children have the same, his children have the same mannerisms and characteristics. And I find that we're having the same conversations about God. Because a lot of things happen, our lives change. So we talk about God. And as I do my best to try to help them understand how to build their relationship with God, who God is and what he represents in our lives, and how bad things can happen, and how, they can happen to grow us. And although our loved one is not with us, doesn't mean they're not with us physically, doesn't mean that they're not with us spiritually. They're still here around us, protecting us and making sure we're safe and good. But children are very inquisitive and they will ask you different questions. They will ask you about the environment. And as you're walking with them, if you buy them a snack or whatever, don't let them just throw the trash on the ground. Tell them cleanliness is next to godliness. Let's find a trash can, because if you walk around the city, there are some places where trash cans are out and you don't necessarily have to drop the paper on the ground. However, we thank the city workers who do come out and clean up our streets and our main streets anyway, and keep them clean. But there's ways that you can incorporate children into their environment to where it starts stimulating questions and they start feeling, responsible to, they feel a part of doing their part within the community. You can have school hour where you either read to them, you can have activities where it's waterworks, sand, it's all kind of stuff that's going on that you could do with the children. You can teach them about money because they all like to spend it. Teach them how to save. Teach them the value of the money. Let them know, okay, you have this certain amount. You're going to go to the store. You either going to spend it all or you're going to spend some and save some. Most times they like to spend it all. But then you find some that like to save. But I say all that to say that be intentional in pursuing your life goals. Be intentional about your relationships. Be intentional about how you wish to structure your life so that it's in alignment with the vision that you have for your life. Now, no, some people don't. Well, I guess I don't want to assume that people don't think about their life. Well, I'm going to assume that everybody thinks something about their life at some point. At some point, you're thinking like you go through something, you say, "Oh, it's got to be better. I've got to change this." And you might not quite know how that change is going to come about. But I'm going to tell you today, don't be afraid to step outside of your comfort zone and begin learning something new, even if it is learning something about you. You are your greatest asset, always will be, always, 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 always. So take care of you so that you can do all those things that you have to do and that you want to do. And you can do it happily and feel the joy, not the pressure, not the weight, but just feel the joy of life. Feel the abundance that God gives us every day. I'm going to thank you very much for your time today. Again, I'm Tia Rodgers. And like I always tell you, you were born a winner the moment you were conceived in your mother's womb. You were born with all that you need to make your life a success. This weekend, while we're out here lifing, we just living life. We just living life. That's all. That's all we're doing. Grateful for every day that we get. Go out this weekend and have an awesome, amazing weekend. Discover something new. Love on those babies and let them know that they too hold power inside of them. Guide them, direct them. They might stray off a little bit, but like the Bible says, raise a child in the direction in which they should go. Even if they should waver, they will come back to who they are. And you will too. Have a blessed, amazing day, everybody. Take care now.